Hello, I'm Ed Carter, the Cycling Games Guru. Today I want to talk to you about a huge subject when it comes to serious board games, and that is what are called Euro games, or possibly German games. A bit of a big overlap there. It's a whole style of games that gradually sprang up really in Germany mainly to start with. Through I suppose at the earliest, the 1960s, the 70s, the 80s, which has really blossomed now into a huge, great industry of amazing games and a great spread of games as well. So I can mention a few titles of games which are generally accepted to be Euro games or German games, but that would be just to scratch the surface really of a huge number. There are more and more being produced all the time. Some people feel the very earliest games were things like Acquire from a long time ago, and then others that have been very popular and famous, Settlers of Catan. Some people call it Settlers of Catan, I think, but I always call it Settlers of Catan, which has sold millions of copies. Another game that's been very popular, which is a Euro game, is called Carcassonne, the theme of that city in France. It's a tile laying game. All of these games are worthy of much more description, but this is just an introduction to German games, which tend to be quite heavy on analysis and working out your decisions carefully. Not really a sort of rough and tumble battling game or a racing game, so much as a kind of an economic game almost. You're trying to make the best of the resources you've got, perhaps by buying things at an auction or placing things in a certain way, and thereby what games will sometimes say is sort of building an engine, an economic engine, which will yield you a fruitful outcome, i.e. the most victory points at the end. And some of these Euro games are really quite heavy and dry, and although you're sitting around a table with a number of other people, in a way you're sort of playing a lonely game trying to optimise and maximise your own resources. So that's a tiny introduction to a huge subject, and I'm hoping very much to describe some Euro games in more detail in my vlog in the future. I hope that's whetted your appetite a little bit. Bye for now.